Today, we are diving into a really key decision for anyone working with containers on Azure. We're talking about choosing between AKS Standard and the new AKS Automatic.
So, let's start with a scenario you probably know all too well. You're building modern apps and you need to get them deployed efficiently in the cloud. You've decided containers are the way to go. Smart move. But that's really just the first step on the journey.
To wrangle all those containers, the industry has, for the most part, landed on Kubernetes. It's an incredibly powerful platform, no doubt about it. But let's be honest, trying to manage it all on your own, it can be a real beast.
And that complexity, that beastliness, that is exactly why cloud providers offer managed solutions. And in the world of Azure, that solution is the Azure Kubernetes Service, or AKS. Its whole job is to handle the really hard parts of running Kubernetes for you.
The source material really puts it perfectly. AKS takes on the heavy lifting, things like health monitoring, maintenance, all that good stuff. This means you can stop worrying about managing the Kubernetes control plane and actually focus on what you're trying to do in the first place, build and ship your applications. And you know, this whole managed approach brings some huge benefits. We're talking faster development cycles, you'll use your cloud resources way more efficiently, and security and compliance are baked right in. All of that leads to a much smoother, much faster CI/CD pipeline.
Okay, so you're sold. You've decided AKS is the way to go. But right away, you hit a fork in the road, a really critical choice, because this is not a one-size-fits-all solution.
You're really choosing between two completely different philosophies. On one side, you have AKS Standard. That's all about total control and deep flexibility. On the other side, you've got AKS Automatic, which prioritizes simplicity and speed above all else.
First up, let's walk down that path of control and customization. We're talking about the traditional, the battle-tested AKS Standard.
And it's super clear who this is for. AKS Standard is tailor-made for those teams that have some serious Kubernetes expertise. They're the ones who need to fine-tune every single aspect of their environment, maybe for very specific compliance reasons, or to squeeze out every last bit of performance.
Think of Standard as this amazing craftsman's toolkit. You get really granular control over your node pools, so you can pick specific VM sizes or use spot instances to save a ton of money. You can define your own virtual networks, apply specific policies, and implement a totally custom security model. You are firmly in the driver's seat. But, and this is the big but, here's the trade-off. All that power and all that flexibility, they come at a cost. This path demands a higher operational overhead and, for sure, a significant amount of hands-on Kubernetes expertise from your team.
Okay, so now let's explore that other path, the one that offers a completely different experience. Let's talk about AKS Automatic.
The target audience here, well, it's pretty much the polar opposite. This is for teams that want the infrastructure to just get out of the way. They want to focus almost all their energy on their code and just let Azure handle everything else underneath.
I mean, the name really says it all here, right? Automated. Your node management and scaling, it just happens based on what your workload needs. The networking comes pre-configured with production-ready best practices, and security is built right in from the start. All that stuff you had to manually configure, it's just done for you.
Now, here's the most important thing you need to hear today. A critical caveat. AKS Automatic is currently in preview. What does that mean? It means it is not recommended for your production workloads just yet. Think of it as a peek into the future or something that's perfect for your dev and test environments right now.
One of its absolute biggest selling points, though, is the monitoring experience. With Standard, you have to bring your own tools and integrate them. With Automatic, you get a fully managed monitoring stack. We're talking Prometheus and Grafana, enabled right out of the box. And that is a huge time saver. So with both of these paths laid out, we get to the big question. How do you actually decide which one is right for your team, for your project?
This table does a fantastic job of just crystallizing the differences. You can see that trade-off so clearly. Standard gives you that deep customization, but it comes with higher operational cost. Automatic gives you lower overhead and those great built-in features, but you do sacrifice some of that fine-grained control.
So let's just translate that table into some straightforward advice. You should probably choose Standard if you have a skilled DevOps team, you need to meet some very specific compliance or security rules, or you need to micromanage your costs and resources. On the other hand, you should probably choose Automatic if your main goal is just speed,
if your team is maybe a little newer to Kubernetes, or if you're building out test and dev environments where ease of use is absolutely king.
And all this brings us to a final interesting thought. As these automated, more opinionated platforms get smarter and more capable, it raises a really fascinating question about the future of cloud infrastructure. Are we heading towards a world where automatic eventually just becomes the new standard? It's that key debate, right? The balance between total control and ultimate convenience. It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for watching.